So there is this someone that came to my Instagram Spanish business account from ChinaWeLove.tv and asked about our service of supplier research. We sell, of course, verified suppliers upon your requirements and your standards. There are so many different quality suppliers for just the same very product, right? So this is a service we provide for people that want to cut off any third party, because in China there are so many trading companies, or perhaps you by yourself do not feel confident enough to go online and find a supplier just by relying on platforms, or you just want to make sure about it, because we have a lot of experience in this field. I have over 10 years experience. If not, check out this channel beginning. I was studying in Shenzhen, and afterwards I just stayed and kept on going, started the business, etc. However, I have a lot of experience here. I'm not the one looking for suppliers. I have some people working for me in China, my team. Okay, so after I quoted the service, by the way, we can also offer this service for you guys if you are, no matter where you are in the world, but in this business account in Spanish, most of the clients, of course, are Spanish speakers from all around the world. So I quoted, and after she just happened to ask, so is the shipping cost high? And I was like, this question really, how to say, I just really, I don't even know the word, but I just feel really unpleasant anytime anyone asks this question. Of course, I understand that there are so many newbies here and that they are not aware of anything. However, the shipping cost, first of all, I was not aware of the products that she wants to purchase. She just told me she wanted suppliers but didn't mention any kind of product. And even if I was aware of the products, I'm not aware of the quantities. And even if I was aware of the quantities, I'm not aware of the volume of these quantities of these products. And even if I was aware of the volume, quantities, products, I'm not aware of her address, final address, destination. Of course, it's not the same to be shipped to the US than to ship to Venezuela or, let's say, Peru. We have a lot of clients from USA, Peru, Mexico. My top clients are from Mexico. The rest, there are a lot from USA and elsewhere. Of course, I am also trying to develop this channel in order to have more clients, but not just that. I also want to develop other business lines. However, this is the whole scenario. And not just that, you also need to know, like, even if you get to have the shipping cost of the products, like, this is just the shipping cost. To so many destinations, there are so many different kind of rules for the products to be imported to that country, right? So it's not the same to import goods from China to USA than to import the same kind of goods from China to Mexico or Peru. There are so many different rules and like fees. So this question gets on my nerves every time someone asks it. Like, is the shipping cost high? I don't know which kind of product are we talking about, which kind of quantity. But the quick answer would be like, if the shipping cost, what is high for us, right? Not being specific on this person, I'm not really taking this whole talk about this one person, but let's take it like to the next level. Even if things are, if the shipping cost, however the shipping cost is, people that are making business from China to whatever the country, you name it, no matter where in the world people are purchasing today. People purchased yesterday and people will be purchasing tomorrow, because still there is business. Of course, there is a lot of chance on some business or in some products compared to others. There are some different margins upon each product and different rules for such products to be imported. In some cases, for example, Bluetooth equipment is more regulated in some countries compared to others, and so on and so forth, right? So yeah, the thing is, like, no matter what the cost is, people, if you are in a market and want to compete, because maybe somebody is already selling that, just be sure that if people is selling and importing from China that same very product, is because there is business there, and somehow it does have rentability, or how to say it. So yeah, just make sure that, let's say, the packaging or the branding or your sales funnel, it's good enough to price the product at a certain amount that you will have enough margin. And with this, I have another video which I want to make about market saturation. I was studying some situations that I thought could be very interesting for you guys to know, that sometimes it's even a good sign. Even the market is saturated, it means people is buying that product. You just have to give it a turn, let's say a twist, different branding, different packaging. Chinese always do this. They're doing that right now with Chinese pure companies, and the products that are being exported to other countries and sell as generic, they are also transforming such products and packaging them in such good way in order to sell them inside their own markets, where factories are like are being sold in a wholesale basis. Sorry, my English. I mean, their inner market, it's so interesting, or their inner marketing of those companies is so interesting and so strong. So in order for them to even sell or resell these products to their local customers, not abroad customers, to a higher price, like 3-5 times higher the price, even though you are living in China and you can contact the factory because you are living in Shenzhen and there's like plenty of factories, or there is a market or a wholesale market right around the corner, and you can get those products for 1/3 of the price of this like super powerful brand or super beautiful brand. But they are making that happen with branding, packaging, marketing, and of course you couldn't miss the essential ingredient of all this: great quality. Great quality is what makes everything worthwhile. You cannot be spending lots of money, lots of time, effort on putting up a beautiful package, a beautiful brand out there, just for clients to come back and say this product is like trash, I'm not buying for a second time. And you got the clients because, wow, it was eye-catching, it was beautiful, it was bright, colorful, modern, cool, but you lose the customer as soon as they start using the product because of its quality. So the lesson of the story is, these companies know how to stay on the market just by inputting on their catalogs or on their products offer real great quality offer for customers. So in order for them to recommend such products to their friends, or even to become a frequent customer of other products, tomorrow you can launch new products. We already recognize the brand, we already are familiar with the brand, we already engage it somehow with our first purchase with the brand, and we are satisfied. We of course gonna purchase for second or third time, right? So this is how business is growing in China. But as I was saying, why did I came up to this end is because if you stay on this mentality of, is shipping high cost, it's like, upon which metric? Like, it's such a broad question. depends on the product. Depends not even on the product. Depends on how much you are like not willing but planning to selling it, or not just planning, but how much are you able to sell it after you get it in your country, right? So I hope that you had understand why did I told the second story about the branding and the whole China inner market going wild with these different marketing strategies, which I'll be talking in further videos. But it's very sad that in Latin America we have this mentality of like, is it high cost? Says like, where are you coming from asking this question, right? What is high cost? If people is doing it, does that even mean that is high cost? I mean, what is high cost to you? Is the shipping cost high? What is high? I mean, I don't even know what is your order, where it needs to be shipped, how much is the quantity of your order. It's just pure nonsense. Anyhow, I'm sorry that perhaps it might sound a little bit unrespectful, but it's just like, why do you have to, I mean, unrespectful for newbies to ask this and you to, I don't know how to explain it, but if you are starting business, no matter what kind of business, from this position of, is it too much work? Is it very high cost? Do you have to invest a lot? Is it quick enough? Like, from which metrics are you like referring, or are you having your point of reference? Yeah. So whenever I see someone asking these questions, I just immediately think they are not business minded. Not just that they are ignorant. I don't try to have anything against these people that in reality they are not aware of how shipping works. But come on, shipping works like that just in our countries. Like if you go and want to ship something from FedEx, UPS, you have to ship it, or the cost of the shipping works the same way. Either the weight and the volume of the product, right? So it's kind of the same thing. And I don't dare to ask, is the shipping cost high? I mean, depends on the value of the products, or the sometimes it's just hard to explain. What would you say to this kind of, how would you answer this kind of questions, guys? Please let me know in the comment section. Sometimes I'm not very how to say, knowledgeable about how to address these situations. Like, yes or no. If someone is looking for a yes or no, how to answer? Depends. And if you say it depends on the quantity, that doesn't answer that it's going to be high, or that it's going to be high cost or low cost either. So it's just very random. Yeah, I just wanted to share with you this. Sometimes customers or people want to jump on a trend or on a business, but they are not really aware of, I mean, if it's working for somebody or for many already, what is high, right? It's just like if I'm going to start a physical shop and I'm going to be asking, is the cost of rent high, but you are checking upon that sales are great? So that is really relative. That is what I wanted to say. It's relative to other metrics, what is really high or if it's low. So forgive me for my bad English. No matter, I'm gonna be posting these videos because this is the only way I'm gonna improve. And this is also a reminder for you all to watch these videos, and instead of pointing out my mistakes, misspells, grammatical errors, to also start doing something today or tomorrow for yourselves that you are not proficient at, just like me in English. And me here standing, just speaking this for the phone, for the world, without any fear of being judged, criticized, or pointed at. Because so what? Like, yeah, English is not my first language. Yeah, I could be speaking it better by now. You can watch my previous videos, maybe like just before COVID. I was quite proficient. I feel like because I was doing frequent videos, so I could speak better, smoother. I was more fluent, but I stopped speaking. Nonetheless, I'm on my way there. So also go and do something you are afraid of, or something that you want to get better on, because that's the only way. Practice makes the master. And also, if you don't start somewhere, then how would you ever plan to even improve?